I think what's becoming a real foreign topic to Gen Z nowadays is trying to find a career. Because the thing is, since the early 2000s, tons of stuff has changed. Like, it used to be so easy. Everything was planned in front of you. You'd graduate high school, you go to college, you get a good job working for a solid company with plenty of benefits, and then you retire wealthy. But with our generation, that has changed. It's not entirely the same anymore. The dynamic has switched. Education has gone up 180% adjusted for inflation in the past 25 years, and wages have gone up 0% adjusted for inflation. So the meaning or the reason to go to college has essentially vanquished, which leaves tons of people, tons of Gen Z, in a loophole, questioning. Whoops, sorry guys. Questioning, like, what do I want to do? What should I, what path should I take in life? Should I work? Should I still go to college because everyone else is telling me to do that? So really finding this pathway or career is so difficult. And I have tons of friends that they didn't really know what they wanted to do, but they still went to college, got in debt because they were unsure, they wanted a plan. While that's not always a bad idea if you stick to it and you have a good major like engineering or being a doctor or maybe being a nurse, a lot of people that do this end up getting a business degree, getting a degree in finance. But little do they know, a lot of those people nowadays are not getting jobs. So you might be asking, what should you do when you're just graduate high school, when you're 17, 18, 19 years old? Well, I think you should get a job working for a good qualified company, if you can, get a connection somewhere, do anything you can to thumb your way into this, company or corporation, make sure they got tons of benefits. Maybe they have a 401k as well with a decent match would be awesome. You should get a job with adequate free time. Of course, don't completely work your life away. Get a job so you can pay for your bills. Invest a ton of money. Like, when I say a ton of money, I'm not talking about, $50, $100 a month. I mean $500 a month. Full port it. When you're young, you don't really need that money, and what money you do have, you're just going to squander it. So invest it. Invest it into your future. Maybe you want to be risky. Maybe you want to start trading. That's up to you, but just, start investing. And make sure you're on the path to, you could not work a career job your entire life, but because of your investing at this age, unless the world is, gone into World War III and the U.S. currency has been completely devalued and our entire financial monetary system is, destroyed, you're going to end up rich, guaranteed. No matter if you've had a career with a salary, that's $200,000 a year, it doesn't matter if you do it like this. So you gotta plan effectively, and you got to prioritize thinking about the future. Have different kinds of investments. Like, people always think, it is impossible to get a house. It seems impossible, but what you have to do is you have to set a certain amount aside into an account that gets about 10 or 12% a year average, and then you dollar cost average on tips. And you would do that for 4 or 5 years, and then all of a sudden you got $50K, and that's plenty for a down payment on a fairly nice house. So that's what you have to do. You have to make smart decisions. You're going to have to sacrifice fun, because we do not have it as, you could say privilege as other generations when it comes to company or global financial wealth. It's not as clear-cut. The path to wealth requires a lot of thinking, and it requires a lot of long-term waiting and patience. Anyways, this is kind of my scoop on money and what I think a lot of people at a young age should do. So just let me know your input, and see you later. Bye-bye.